Hey, fourth grade mathematicians, it's me again, coming back at you on location, teaching math in my garage, still freezing cold, still doing it for you. All right, so today is Tuesday. We're going to be moving on to lesson 28. So make sure when you do your problem set today, it's lesson 28. We are still dividing, as you can see up here. We're still dividing 3-digit numbers by 1-digit numbers. And today, instead of the exit ticket, you're going to have a CFA with the Google Slides, and I'll explain more of that at the end of this, so we'll have time to remember that. But to start out, it is Tricky Tuesday, so as promised, let's do our riddle. What has a head, a tail, and no body? Think about it. Think about it. A head, a tail, no body. It's a coin. All right, I know you like my corny riddles. Moving on. We're going to get started today, but I told you we need to start doing some fluency. Do you remember that? And yesterday, I think maybe you skip counted by your, was it 4s? All right, so today we're going to skip count by 6, and actually I need this because I'm cold. So we're going to do squats as we count. So again, let your family think you're crazy. Tell them it's all my fault. I need you to stand up. I need you to find a good space to stand, stretch out. I know it's probably morning time. Well, maybe some of you are doing it in the afternoon, but this will get you woken up. I want you to put your arms out, and every time we skip count by a 6, we're going to do a squat. Oh, I need this. I need exercise in my life. This NTI sitting around is killing me. All right, ready? So every time we squat, we're going to skip count by 6. So I want you to do it with me. Here we go. Oh, big breath. Arms out. Here we go. And 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. I want to show you something I was doing with my hands as I was skip counting. When I skip count, I use a finger as I go. So like when I say 6, I say 6, and then I do 12, 18. What does that tell me? That tells me 6 times 1 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12, 6 times 3 is 18. Yeah. Also, a little strategy is if you're going to go ahead, if you have a problem where you have to skip count by 6, well, right here, 4s, you can go ahead and write all the numbers you hit 4 down the side of your paper so you can use them through the rest of the division problem. That's okay to go ahead and set it up for yourself. All right, one more time. Oh, big breath in. Let's face the other way. Ready? Arms out. Here we go. And I'm doing my fingers. I want you to do your fingers with me so you know what you're multiplying by when you get that number. Here we go. 6, 12. Are your legs shaking? 18. Mine either. 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. You hear my knees cracking? I'm getting old. All right, here we go. Let's start on our division problem today. And over here, I still have Dad, Mom, Sister, our brother named Kyle for kick over, and Rover for at the end. All right, we're going to do box method. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to separate them like that. All right, so I cover this up, and I start over with my 4. The 4 is my divisor. I'm trying to take it into 2. I have a problem here. Can you see my problem yet? Do you see it? If I skip count by 4, am I already at 4? And is that over 2? Yes. So if ever your number you're starting with inside of here that you're trying to skip count to is lower than your number on the outside, then you need to uncover another number. And now we're not just looking at 2 because we can't do that. We're already above it. Remember, the goal is to get as close to the target as you can without going over. And if we said 4, we're already over 2. So when that happens, you uncover the next number. Now what number are we looking at? 29, you're right. And we have to be very careful. Because we're looking at the number 29, whatever answer we get has to go right in this column up here. So we can go ahead and say that 4 goes into 2 0 times if we want to go ahead and hold that place so we don't get confused. Okay? Because now we're taking 4 into 29. Let's skip count from 4 to 29. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Can I go any further? 28. Okay, remember what I said when we skip count? Whatever's on our fingers goes on the top line for the quotient. So what's on my fingers? 7. So I'm going to put a 7 up here. That was our dividing. That was Dad. Now we're going to multiply, which is what we said out loud. When I skip counted by that 7, 14, 21, when I did that, What did I say out loud? What did we end up on? That's right, 28. So what we say out loud goes down here. Look at this. This is a little different because it covers both columns now. Do you see that? Because we took it into the 29, we put it here. It was 28. So I just multiplied my 7 times 4. It was 28. That's what happens when I skip count. I'm actually multiplying. And now, sister, I'm going to subtract. 9 minus 8 is 1. We're to our brother Kyle, and Kyle says, kick it over. So we kick the 1 over here, and now that's I'll put my arrow on there, a 17. Okay, so I'm looking across. I'm like, oh, I have my answer here. I got I'm looking at 17. So even if I got up and got a cup of coffee and came back, I should be able to tell where I left off because I look at my answers to kind of lead me as a map. Where was I at? What am I doing? Because sometimes when things have multiple steps, we get a little confused, right? So we're looking and we're like, okay, here we go. So now we have 17. Who's our star of the show? The 14. Always wants to be skip counted by, say his name, right? So we're skip counting from 4 until we hit 17 without going over. 4, 8, 12, 16. What's on our fingers? 4. So that's what goes up on our quotient line. The 4 goes up there. What did we say out loud? 4, 8, 12, 16. We said 16. So that goes down here. What we say goes down. What's on our fingers goes up. All right, so we divided 17 divided by 4, and we got 4. We multiplied the 4 times 4 because that's what we say out loud when we're skip counting. It was a 16. Now we're to sister, so we subtract. 17 minus 16 is 1. Oh, maybe you can't see that. There we go. 1. Now I'm to brother Kyle, and he says, kick it over. Well, Kyle, I don't have anywhere to kick it, duh, right? So we say to our brother, we shouldn't be nice to your brother. Okay, so there's nowhere to kick it over. So now we finally pay attention to who? Who's this guy at the end? This is Rover, right? Rover's down at the bottom. He's our dog. He wants a little love, and he stands for remainder. Do we have something remaining here and nowhere to kick it over? Yes, it's a remainder of 1. We have 1 left over. So 74, remainder 1. Finished. No, I'm not, and you shouldn't be either. Remember what we said to do after we divide? Check your answer. So now you're going to look at this and be like, we have a remainder, Miss Reed. This gets complicated. I don't understand how to do this. Pay attention, children. I'm about to show you something. All right, I'm starting with my 74 over on the side. I'm going to multiply it by my divisor, which is 4. Let's make that happen. 4 times 4, 4, 8, 12, 16. So the 6 goes down. I regroup the 1, right? We already did the 1's place. We go now to the 10s. 4 times 7 is 28, plus that 1. See how I multiplied first, then added my little bonus point. 28 plus 1 is 29. 296. But look, guys, I didn't do anything with my remainder yet. So once I multiply, I add my remainder on. 297, 297. Do you see that? That's what you do with a remainder. After you multiply to check your answer, you add your remainder, and you should end up with that. If you don't, then you need to go back and do the division problem again. Or you need to check your multiplication because these numbers should match. I mean, you should get 100% every time if you're checking that, right? It's a little extra effort. That didn't take long. It's kind of fun. Work on our skip counting. Make sure it's happening. Your teachers are going to be looking for it. All right, so before we go to our CFA today, let's try another one. Let's try one. Let me give you a new number to try. Let me model 498 divided by 3. Why not? Let's try it. 498 divided by 3. Okay. I'm going to go in. I'm going to break this into my boxes. And I'm ready to start, right? I'm going to look at my front number here. And if that confuses you and looks like 1s, you can also just do this, like boxes. I think that's how Miss Heflin taught it. Sorry, I've been forgetting that bottom line. All right. So we check and see. Can I skip count by 3 and try to get to 4 without going over it? Remember, if we go over it, then we're going to have to look at 2 numbers together. But if I skip count by 3, I just say 3. I got as close to my target as I could without going over it. What's on my finger? 1. So I put my 1 up here. That was my dividing. That was Dad. So I said 3. What did I say? 3. That's my multiplying. 1 times 3 is 3. That was Mom. And now we have sister, which means subtract. So I'm going to subtract my 4 minus my 3 to see what's left over, to see if I have to kick anything over, right? 4 minus 3 is 1. Here comes brother Kyle. Kyle the kicker. Kyle the kicker takes his little foot. Can I draw a little foot? Oh, I tried to draw a cleat. That was horrible. All right. He kicks the 1, goes over up there. The kick is good. All right. So now instead of a 9, we have a 19. Are you with me? Miss Reed, what do I do next? Well, children, look. We already did this column. We have our answer. Does this column have an answer? No. Should we start here? Yes. We're trying to hit 19. What's our divisor? 3. Let's skip count. Star of the show wants to be skip counted by every time. Here we go. What are we counting to again? 19, friends. 19 is our target. Here we go. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Can we go any further? No. What's on our fingers? 6. What's on our fingers goes up. What we say out loud comes down. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. We said 18. 18 comes down here because this is the column we're working on. All right, we just did our division. That's how we got our 6. We got the 18 from multiply. Now we're on subtract. 19 minus 8, 1. Here comes Kyle. Woo, kicking it. He kicks it up and over, and the kick is good. See where the 1 went? Kyle kicked the 1. It goes over here. Now I have 18. All right, so we're on this column. We have no answer yet. We're skip counting for 3. We're trying to hit our 18. Let's do that. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. What do you have, friends? It's a 6 again. All right, let's put our 6 up there. We just divided, right? What did we say out loud? Don't remember? Just skip count again. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. We said 18, so 18 goes down. We just divided. That's how we got our 6 up there. 18 divided by 3 is 6. 6 times 3, that's mom. Multiply is 18. Sister is subtract. 18 minus 18 is 0. Kyle comes to kick, and he pulls a Charlie Brown. He totally misses it because there's nothing there to kick, right? He doesn't have anything to kick over. So he goes to Rover, and he's like, dude, are we good? The dog's like, yeah, no remainder. Dogs don't talk, guys. All right. So there's nothing left. I might be losing my mind in this garage math video. All right, nothing left. So there's no remainder up here. Do you see why there's no remainder? We ended in a 0. There's nothing left to kick over. It's done. It went in evenly. We're done. No, we're not. What do we have to do? We have to multiply to check our division. So we take our answer, our quotient from the top. We multiply it by our divisor. 3 times 6 is 18. I regroup my 1. I just multiplied here. So now my 3 is going over to the 6. 3 times 6, 18, plus my 1 bonus point, 19. Put my 9 down, regroup my 1. I just multiplied here. I'm done with that. Now I'm going over here. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. 498, 498. My work here is done. All right, friends, seriously, if you struggled understanding this with me right now, or when you go to do the problem set in a minute, if you struggle, then we need to reach out. We need some teacher's help. You're a teacher. You can reach out to me. I have an email. You can email me. I can meet with you. No biggie. All right. Right now, I want you to pause the video because I'm about to give you the problem set answers. But when you go to do the problem set, I want you to do the problem set number 1, and then it's broken into all these letters. Let's do 1A through F. Let's do A through F today, since we're going to give you a CFA as your exit ticket today. So I cut down your problem set. It's only 6 problems. I want you to try it. I want you to listen to the answers after you've done the work and check and see if you understand it. So pause the video. Go do your work. Go. Oh, you're back? All right. Let's check your answers. Ready? So it was lesson 28, problem set. I only had to do A through F. Here are your answers. Number 1A is 287. Number 1B is 287. I know, right? Number 1C is 177. Number 1D is 118. Number 1E is 218, remainder 1. Number 1F is 118, remainder 1. All right, if you did well with that, then you are ready for our CFA exit ticket. If you did not do well, do not get discouraged. Your teachers are on standby, waiting for you to email them to work with you. All right, so go do that if you need to. email them and work on that. Here comes the great part. Today's CFA is a Google slide like last time. There's going to be a couple problems. You're going to look at the problems. You're going to work them out on your own piece of paper at home. You're going to check them with a multiplication to make sure you are 100% correct. And then you, perfect little student, are going to take a picture of your work. We don't need you back here cheesing with your work like, hey, look at me and my work. We need the work front and center. We need it done with a marker or a pen. We need it so we can see it because we're trying to understand your thinking when you're dividing. So you're going to take a picture of those and you are going to insert them on your Google slide and share it with your teacher. And then she's going to share feedback with you. Understood? If you don't remember how to take that picture, guess what? There's going to be a little camera button on the Google slide. Click that. Watch a little video. It's small, teaching you how to insert a picture. All right, Lions, you guys have got this. I can't wait to see what great multipliers you are. Work hard. See you tomorrow.